Chapter 1: Civics, Diversity and Discrimination. India is a land of diversity in race, region, caste, language, mate, landform, flora and fauna and so on. Rightly, this land has been termed as the epitome of the world. The fundamental diversity in India is gleaned from the following. Geographical diversity. India is a vast country with great diversity of physical features. Certain parts in India are so fertile that they are counted amongst the most fertile regions of the world, while others are so unproductive and barren that hardly anything can be grown there. Racial diversity. India possesses a rich variety of races. The vast population of India consists of the Jungles tribe, the Bhilas, Kols, Santhals, the Greeks, the Saks, the Kushnas, the Hunas, the Mongolians, the Arabs, the Turks, the Afghans, etc. The physical features and color of the Indian people also differ from region to region. While the people of Kashmir are handsome and fair in complexion, these qualities are missing among the inhabitants of Assam. Linguistic diversity. It is said that almost 400 languages are spoken in India. Some of the prominent language recognized by the constitution includes Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Malayalam, Marathi, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, and Urdu. Religious and social diversity. Almost all the principal religions of the world like Brahmanism, Buddhism, Jainism, Islam and Christianity are found here. In the social sphere also, the general customs and manners of the people greatly different. People of different regions use different types of dresses. Their eating habits and customs are also quite different. Political diversity. In this way, diversity pervades on the whole of Indian subcontinent. This diversity is so much so that a foreigner will simply stare at this, creating stereotypes. All of us are familiar with gender differences. As babies or children, when boys fall and hurt themselves, their parents and other family members often console them by saying, "Don't cry. You are a boy." He also believes that crying is sign of weakness. Unity despite diversity. Anyway, such diversities are not the hallmarks of Indian culture. The main theme of this culture is unity, which absorbs all the diversities. Inequality and discrimination. Everyone working for us does not have the some level of educational attainment or technical skill. We should not discriminate against people with skills. No architect would be able to complete his project unless there were masons, carpenters, plumbers or electricians. If we discriminate against people with different skills, we create conflicts in our society. Every day we hear about strikes. Many a time these strikes are a result of social from the workers on not being accepted as equals in the society. Right to equality. Equality before law. The state shall not deny to any person equality before the law or the equal protection of the laws within the territory of India. Nothing in this article shall prevent the state from making any special provision for the advancement of any socially and educationally backward classes of citizens or for the scheduled castes and the scheduled tribes. Equality of opportunity. In matters of public employment, there shall be equality of opportunity for all citizens in matters relating to employments or appointment to any office under the state. No citizen shall, on grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, descent, place of birth, residence or any of them, be ineligible for, or discriminated against in respect of, any employment or office under the state. Abolition of untouchability. Untouchability is abolished and its practice in any form is not allowed. The imposing of any disability arising out of untouchability shall be taken as breaking of law. It is punishable in accordance with law. Our constitution respects diversity. India is a very big country. We have people who follow different religions, faiths. The dresses vary from region to region. The food we eat is not the same. Spoken languages differ. The way people celebrate religious functions also have different modes. Amidst all these diversities, we are all Indians governed by the same constitution and laws. The right to vote is universal. It does not take into account any factor that distinguishes one group of people from the other as long as they are Indian citizens. Our constitution respects diversity in many ways. There are majority communities as also minority communities. The minorities, both religious and linguistic, have been given rights to manage their own institutions and preserve their own language and culture. Minority institutions are as such eligible for the state grants as other similar institutions. India is a secular state. The state does not discriminate on the basis of the religion's citizen. B.R. Ambedkar's life, 1891 to 1956. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was born on 14th of April 1891. He is considered to be the father of the Indian Constitution and is also known as a great scholar and social worker. A Dalit leader, he organized Untouchables Conference at Nagpur in 1918. He fought for the Dalits because he wanted to uplift them, save them from the atrocities that the higher castes were committing upon them. He organized a satyagraha in December 1927. He was the first person from their caste to complete his college education and proceed to England to become a lawyer. He encouraged his people to send their children to school, to take on good jobs at responsible posts so that they could break free of the chains of casteism. It was he who made endless efforts to gain entry, for the Dalits, into the temples. Later on in life, he took up Buddhism and converted to Buddhism that treated all them equally. He was elected to the Constituent Assembly from Bengal in November 1946. He became the chairman of Drafting Committee in 1947. Later, as Law Minister in Union Cabinet, he did much for the upliftment of untouchables. He rightly believed that the Dalits had to come forward and help for themselves. They had to put up a brave and united front in order to break away from the bondage of casteism and help to work towards a society that gave respect to all and not just a few. Need for an integrated society. A significantly large number of people in the country are illiterate and poor. We have scant resources. If we respect diversity, we would be able to involve all social groups in the task of nation building. We should not practice social discrimination based on inequality of skills. Social discrimination takes a large part of our people out of our development efforts.